Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 30th Annual Brick Invitational Hockey Tournament. I will be your play-by-play host, Adam Mana, and I will be joined by Dean Millar, my color analyst, once again today for Championship Sunday here at the Mayfield Toyota Ice Palace in West Edmonton Mall, as we have a game for you, as we have the host team, Team Brick Alberta, taking on the Connecticut Jr Rangers, as we have a battle between Canada and the US. And Dean, both these teams go undefeated throughout the round robin, the semifinals. Both looked comfortable in the semis yesterday, rolled through their games. What can we expect from both these teams here today?
Well, I'd be surprised if this one was won by more than a goal. These teams are so similar. They both beat Toronto teams in the semifinal yesterday by the score of 4-1 in each game. We have the #1 offense in the Connecticut Jr Rangers, the #1 defense in Team Brick Alberta, and this is the thing that I really like. If you look at the schedule, these teams played back-to-back a lot. Either Team Brick would play first, Connecticut second, or Connecticut first, Team Brick second. That meant these kids got to measure up the opponent as they would watch and measure up and see who is really, really going well. So a lot of similarities. I can't imagine we'll have more than a 2-goal victory today, and maybe overtime.
Well, and you mentioned that Connecticut was first in goals for throughout the round robin in the tournament, and then you had Team Brick Alberta on the flip side, first in goals against. So is it the old cliche of defense wins championships, or are you going to see Connecticut break through offensively and find a way to win this game?
Well, that's going to be the big question, and the answer will probably be Leif Oaten, who was spectacular yesterday for Team Brick in their semifinal victory. 14 saves. 4-0, obviously, as they did not lose a game. A .21 goals against average, so very impressive. We also have Tyler Remchuk joining us on this broadcast. He was part of the play-by-play crew, but he is roaming the mall. Tyler, where are you?
I'm in between the penalty boxes right now, boys. Thanks for throwing it over. Before the game, I had a chance to chat with both of these teams' head coaches, and the one thing they said is they expected an incredible atmosphere. And looking around me here at the mall, it is going to be an incredible atmosphere. As for the on-ice product, the talk of the tournament has kind of been Connecticut's ability to score goals. No one's done it better than them thus far. I asked head coach Jeff Hamilton what the key to that offense is. He described it as big boy hockey, both physically and mentally as well, not making mistakes at either blue line. And he said sometimes you eliminate a fancy, toe drag or two from your game, and it actually helps you create more offense. From the Team Brick Alberta side, I talked to Umberto Fiorello, and he said that his team's been in a lot of close games, high-scoring games, low-scoring games, blowouts as well. What he thinks that'll teach them is to just trust their process. No matter how this game goes, whether it's high-scoring or if it's low and grinded out, his team's process and their habits is what will lead them to victory. Back over to you guys.
Well, we appreciate it, Tyler. Thanks very much. Great job between the benches, and it feels like we're running an NHL procast here. So the buzzer sounds on warm-up, Dean, and we got the national anthems coming up, and then we'll drop the puck on this one. But championship red Sunday, Tiger Woods. Who's wearing red today? It looks like both teams are wearing red. So
yeah, well, the pro NHL feel is fitting because this tournament has spawned so many NHL players. And think about it, 30 years for this tournament. There have been players that played in this tournament, played in the NHL, retired, and have probably watched their kids in this tournament. So it really comes full circle. You walk down the hallway here at the Ice Palace of West Edmonton Mall, you see all the names of every Brick player, and so many are underlined in red that have gone on to the NHL. And some of them have just gone on to be amazing citizens. It's a wonderful aspect of this tournament. And a lot of them have made lifelong friendships with opponents at this tournament. So many great things come out of this event, and particularly the national anthem today.
Well, let's listen in as we welcome the Edmonton Oilers anthem singer for the Canadian and American anthems, and then we will drop the puck on this championship game between Team Brick Alberta and the Connecticut Jr Rangers. welcome back. We return after the national anthems, and we're almost set for puck drop here as a little bit of a different format for the championship game. They play 3 15-minute periods instead of the traditional 12-12-15, which gives a little bit more time on either side for either team to either work their way back into the game or take that lead, I guess you could say. And Dean, you're going to have the starting netminders here for either squad shortly, as we're just waiting for the Rangers to kind of make their announcement as who's going to be in the pipes. But again, should be an intense matchup here between Team Brick and Connecticut. And Dean, take it away.
Well, we know Leaf Houghton is starting for Team Brick, which will be going left to right on the screen. And Leaf Houghton has been spectacular. 4-0, goals against average of 1.21. The best save percentage in the tournament at .915. Then he made 14 saves yesterday in the victory. And at the other end, we will see Luke O'Neill, also 4-0, 2.91 goals against average. He made 12 saves in the 4-1 victory. So it is going to be, I just think, a dynamite, as Jimmy Walker would say on Good Times, which is way before your time, dynamite matchup today.
I've heard it, but I'm glad we've established that it's way before my time.
That's right.
We're ready to drop the puck here at the Mayfield Out Ice Palace here on the championship game between Team Brick Alberta and the Connecticut Jr Rangers, as Team Brick's going to look to spark the crowd early here, as it is a raucous crowd to say the least. Wrapped around the lower level and the upper level, and it's probably 3 or 4 deep. So Team Brick Alberta looking to get them going early here, as Harvey will stick out his way and centers it back to the weak side point man. That was Pisani, and now it will be Koch. Koch trying to backhand that out of the zone. It is held in by McIntyre. He didn't really know where it was, but now he finds it and plays it back down behind the Connecticut net, as they will play that indirectly off the wall. It was a nice pass there by Koch, and he gave it to Strug. Strug will play it in. Comes off the back wall. Oden has to be alert there, as he just slowed it down with his blocker, and now it will be number 9, Rocco Pelosi for Connecticut. He will play that in deep. Bacard is there for Connecticut. He couldn't keep control, as Team Brick will play it out to center. And now Connecticut, Romano will play it in deep. Off the near side corner wall, it comes behind the net, where Pisani will once again try and play it up for Halat. Halat had a goal yesterday for Team Brick Alberta, and it was in fact the game-winning goal, as he scored the first one, and that is all they needed, as they won 4-0. And now one of the Team Brick players taken down. No call early here. We'll see if the Stripes are going to let him play. As Team Brick's Dupont has lots of room. This is dangerous. Dupont, the shot right on. It's off the stick of O'Neill, and he juggled it. And luckily for him, Dean, that one could have been a rebound and a goal for Team Brick early.
Yeah, and Dupont, one of the most dangerous players for Team Brick, with 5 goals, 5 assists in this tournament, and that was a glorious chance. I think he's going to look at that one and think, I had a little bit more room on the blocker side.
Well, he definitely did. O'Neill was overplaying the angle heavy there, but Dupont couldn't take advantage of it, as now Bouchard will play that around the wall. There's James Jackson for Kaczynski. Kaczynski trying to wrestle it away from Dupont. Dupont, Dean, has been pretty much the MVP of not only Team Brick Alberta, but maybe even the tournament, as he has been rock solid on the back end, not only defensively, but offensively as well.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a defenseman dominate this tournament like he has from the back end. We see a lot of skilled forwards, and there are, but it's been a while since a blue liner has been such a force.
So Team Brick Alberta, well, hard check into the wall there, as Lynch collided with his man behind the Connecticut net. Now it's worked back out to the point. Pisani lets the wrister go, and that one blocked on its way through by Koch. Now number 15, Matson. Matson will backhand that one around slowly. It's going to be held in there by Sexsmith as he pinches down the right wall. As they battle along the near side wall, we're almost 3 minutes into this championship game. Zeros on the board here from the Ice Palace. Shots 1-0 Team Brick Alberta. As McIntyre right back out there for Team Brick, along with Cole and St. Louis. As now Koch for the Rangers will spin away from McIntyre. McIntyre read it, as Connecticut panicked a little bit on the wall. That was Matson, but he is able to clear on the second attempt. And now Strug will play that back to the just inside the Team Brick blue line. Now a nice headman pass there by Pisani to Cole. Cole tried to feather it through the middle. It is quickly broken up, and the Rangers come back the other way. It will be Pelosi. Pelosi will quickly chip that off the boards. It's going to bounce right out Bouchard cut it off before it could get to Leaf Houghton, the starting netminder for Team Brick Alberta. As Connecticut lost control, and now it will be Dupont. Dupont headmans it for number 8. That was Seamus Dillon. Now it will be Cole. Cole, nice little drop play to Dupont. Dupont lets the wrister go right on, and O'Neill once again square there, and had that go off his blocker as Dupont has both shots on goal early here, Dean, for Team Brick.
And O'Neill has been solid. That one was a spectacular, good positioning. Didn't allow a giant rebound at all. So he was square to the shooter on that one.
We'll talk about the ice conditions here. They're always worried about it being just a heat wave here in Edmonton, and the ice has been great all week. So the team's got to be loving that. And again, it's good today as they're expecting thunder showers in the forecast, as that D-to-D pass from Dupont to Bouchard was a little hot to handle, and quickly they will transition it as Bouchard will give it to Dupont, and Lynch now will fire that one in. That's the way to use your head coach, as he had to go off his bucket, and now it will be Pellegrino. Pellegrino trying to stick handle his way through as he does, but it will be offside. And so far, Dean, Connecticut, the high-powered offense, no shots on goal through almost 5 minutes of play here in the first period.
Yeah, and here's an opportunity for Team Brick as Cole drops it back for Dupont. Sharp angle shot, and O'Neill makes that stop, steers it to the corner. The earlier chance that Dupont had, he had a lot of room on the blocker side, and we've seen Dupont join the rush numerous times, so we'll see if Landon Dupont continues that today.
So Connecticut will dump that in off the neutral zone draw. Dupont quickly gets there. He's looking to slide that through the middle. What a pass there on the breakout, especially on his backhand as well. And now Halat will play that off the back wall. That looked like a set play there.
Yeah, design.
As both teams are looking to use that bank off the boards. Now it will be Pisani at the left point. He will play that back down below the goal line. Halat stuck behind the Bulldog defense a couple times yesterday, Dean, and he is slippery when he gets that puck. As now Dupont, he scores! Dupont! There's the clapper that we expected, and it was ripped through a maze of players and over the shoulder of O'Neill.
Well, Team Brick has the puck behind the net, and we talked about Halat being dangerous. Bounces off to Dupont. He wastes no time, rips it. The Connecticut player does the limbo to get out of the way, and that provides a bit of a screen on the blocker side. This is going to be a great low camera angle of this blast from Dupont. Watch the D-man get out of the way, and the goaltender doesn't see it until the last second.
Well, how about Dupont being ready to shoot number 1, and then number 2 taking a one-timer off an indirect low to high to the point. Like, you don't see 10-year-olds be able to do that, let alone get it to the net. And he went chits from there.
No kidding.
As Team Brick Alberta, Dean will wait for the goal announcement as they jam one at the side of the net. And that one's stopped by O'Neill as he had to be alert there.
I think that's a great point you made. The bounce pass one-timer off the boards.
That's essentially what we teach our guys at our level at junior, and Dupont is already he's already ready to get drafted by NHL scouts with that shot. So we'll have the face-off coming to the left of O'Neill. As we talked about Team Brick Alberta wanting to get off to a hot start, they have done so, Dean. You have the full goal summary on that one?
Yeah, it was Cole and Halat getting the helpers on the Dupont goal. 5 goals in the round robin. And now another one here in the championship game of spectacular fashion.
It has been very good as Cole Carter will keep it into the right point. Now it's taken away by the Rangers, who are going to look to answer as Romano will bring it over the line. He's got Strug drive in the middle lane. Now he will play that off the backboards once again. That's the best play that Connecticut's had. They haven't been able to get a puck to the net so far, as they will play it down low below the goal line, and now they're going to whistle it down on a high stick.
You know, you mentioned a great point about the ice conditions. Not once this week did we see them have to come out and mop it up or do anything, because we've had such a rainy week. I can't remember a week where the ice was this good. Unfortunate, the outdoor enthusiasts suffer for it, but a sacrifice for the cause of the Brick.
We'll absolutely take it. As McIntyre's long wrister right in on O'Neill, as once again he makes the glove stop and will hang on, as we'll get another look at that one.
Yeah, and O'Neill had no chance on the first goal, and good to see that he's right back to make a solid save on that one, and not allowing Brick to get any momentum as Connecticut doesn't have a shot yet.
Well, we talked about defense wins championships. We're going to have to see if Connecticut can get their high-powered offense going, as DuPont tried to hold that one in at the line, but just managed to squeak its way out with 8:53 now remaining. Shots 5-0 Team Brick Alberta so far.
The Team Brick had the best goals against in this tournament, 1.3 per game, and they're facing the best offense. Connecticut scoring 5.8 goals per game. Brick 6th when it comes to offense.
And Brick will just try and play that tight defensive game. They know that if they can shut down the Connecticut offense, really all they need is one, and that's where they're at right now. And we'll see if they're able to shut them down. Obviously, tons of time left to play. As Connecticut now, it will be Scally. Scally will spin, and a nice little backhand play to Carchidi. Carchidi will play that in off DuPont's stick. They're going to say no high stick there as he knocked it down and got a piece of it, and now it will be Lynch. Lynch for Halat. Halat will bring it down the right side. He's all by himself as he gets converged on there by 3 Rangers. And now it will be Connecticut not able to clear as Dylan knocked that pass out of the air. Dylan's shot goes off a shin pad now. Romano panicked with it a little bit, but now we'll get a second try as he rims it around, and that second try was successful as now Pellegrino to Kaczynski. Kaczynski couldn't get the shot through. Now he will center, and it goes right out to Jackson, who scores! Jackson over top of the glove of Odin, and it looked like a harmless-looking play, but the Rangers offense does get on the board on their first shot of the afternoon.
Yeah, this is a great example of dump and chase and recover. And then Jackson reaches it and puts it past an outstretched Odin. But an incredible job of recovery by the Connecticut Jr Rangers as Pellegrino, or Kaczynski rather, chases down his own dump and throws it in front. And Jackson reaches back and just unleashes a wrist shot past Odin. And we got a ball game here.
We definitely do, as Team Brick Alberta now, despite controlling maybe the first 6 or 7 minutes of the game and having a 1-0 lead, it's quickly taken away as the Rangers have tied it. Off the stick of number 14, James Jackson. And again, Dean will have the full goal summary here as we hear it. As McGregor, who had 2 goals yesterday for Connecticut against Toronto Pro Hockey, will play that around the net. And the Rangers will have some skating room as Romano, the smooth skating D-man, will just flip that ahead. Now it's flipped back in by Team Brick Alberta as O'Neill will leave it for Rose. Rose, good first pass to the wall for Pelosi. Or, pardon me, that was Madsen. Madsen will feed it through to McGregor. McGregor's also got Strug going in the net. McGregor with it. Tries to center it against Dylan. Dylan knocked it away, and now Team Brick Alberta, nice job using the middle of the ice again. We've seen a couple pop plays off the breakout, whether it's DuPont or another Team Brick player. Dean, do you think that's part of their game plan?
Well, it seems to be, and I don't know how much they employed that during the tournament. And you know, sometimes you want to throw a wrinkle at your opponent. As I mentioned, these two teams played a lot of back-to-back games, so at least the coaching staff would have been watching the other team, and you want to measure up your team, so you're like, okay, we're going to throw this at them in the final if we get there. And I love that. I don't like changing the entire game plan entirely, but a little bit of a wrinkle here and there is good in the final.
Absolutely. That's why a lot of teams just worry about you know, what they're doing and how they're executing. And so far, both teams doing what they can as they're tied at 1 here with 6.5 to go here in the opening period. You can't get a seat in this rink
awesome,
right now.
man.
It is unbelievable. As we thought some of the previous crowds were big when you know, in the past few years, but
I'm a little worried about Tyler Remchuk getting lost in the crowd today. There are so many people, and he'll be signing autographs for like 5 hours and won't be able to do his hits. So
I think he looked pretty safe between the benches there. But there's another chance and they score! Connecticut's it looks like number 97, Ethan King, puts home the rebound. And just like that, Dean, Connecticut has their first lead off the game.
And this is a situation where Team Brick can't get the puck out. King has it in the corner. As the rebound comes right back to him, the defenseman for Team Brick, or the player for Team Brick, Seamus Dillon, couldn't get to him in time as an opportunity. Good forecheck by Connecticut. King puts it back to the slot area, heads to the net smartly. How many goals are scored just by going to the net and picking up a rebound? And Leaf Odin just gets a piece of it on the blocker there. but not enough.
And so Pelosi has been one of the leading goal scorers for the Rangers throughout the tournament, and he was able to get the first shot, and then, like Dean said, Ethan King went hunting to the blue paint, and he was able to bury that rebound. And now the Rangers, after maybe a little bit of a slow start, and the host team coming out with a lot of juice, they now have a 2-1 lead with 5:45 to go. Shot 6-4 Brick after it was just 5-0.
Here's a good overhead angle. You're going to see King throws it back to the slot, escapes from Dillon, and goes right to the net to put the rebound on the short side. And you talk about Pelosi and Bakar picking up the second assist, but Pelosi definitely a playmaker. That's his 5th assist when you count round robin play, to go along with 6 goals for Rocky Pelosi. And you know what I thought was really interesting yesterday, the word you used, comfortable, and both of these teams looked comfortable. Brick had the early edge today. Connecticut is going to come back. How comfortable are these teams going to be chasing in this game?
Well, we will find out.
Because they haven't done it a lot, right?
Team Brick Alberta has been, well, they've come back from a couple deficits early in the round robin.
That Quebec game, right.
When they came back on Quebec and were able to tie it. So we'll see if anything phases them. Here is Pellegrino now. A shot right on, and Oaten kicks out the right pad as he makes the save there. And now for Oaten, he's got to shut her down. He's got to make sure that the Rangers don't take a 3-1 lead here, as the Rangers have now evened up the shot clock at 6 apiece, and like we just mentioned, it was 5-0 for Team Brick Alberta before Connecticut has plotted 2 in a row here to take the lead.
And Oaten's going to have to get some help from his teammates. A rebound goal goes in, and another loose puck situation goes in, and he's made the first save both times.
And so McGregor trying to play that one in. It went off a Brick player, and now Matson will cycle it down for McGregor, who ends up falling, which allowed DuPont to play that puck ahead. Now it's chipped up by Lynch, but he couldn't quite catch up to it. St. Louis is in there as the F1. He takes his man dangerously into the boards, and yes, they do have the call, as DuPont will touch up, and the Rangers now, Dean, will go to their first power play of the afternoon.
And the power play has not been their friend in this tournament, surprisingly, as we're going to get another look at an opportunity from the Connecticut Jr Rangers. That is Pellegrino, and a nice right pad save by Leaf Oaten. But when you look at the power plays, Connecticut 6-0 in the tournament. They have the 13th ranked power play out of 14 teams here in the round robin at just 5.9%. Whereas at Team Brick, 88.2% on the PK. That is 4th in the tournament. So it's surprising that the Connecticut is here with the second last power play in the tournament.
Well, it reminds me of the Boston Bruins back when they won the Cup in
2011.
In 2011, when their power play wasn't real good, but they found a way to win.
Good point.
So we will see if, like Dean said, the power play can get going here. This would be the time to do it. As they work it around, it's King back to the point for Koch. Koch's clapper blocked there by Lynch. It is backhanded back down low as Bouchard will try and clear that all the way around the boards. Took a weird hop, and that will allow McIntyre to clear, as now Koch will play it off the wall to Pellegrino. Pellegrino will try to slide that through the feet of Lynch. He still has it. Now it's knocked away as he tries to whack his man. And Koch had to go off his glove, and here is a race for Harvey. Harvey now one-on-one. Rose didn't have good gap, but Harvey skated right into him. And the Team Brick crowd wanted a penalty.
Good play by Pelosi, lifting the stick all the way.
And some fans thought it was a hooking call, but Dean says it checked out. He made the right play on the stick lift. So with 3:20 left, 50 seconds remaining in the first power play for the Rangers, and you can hear the Team Brick Alberta crowd cheering on their squad here on the PK, appreciating the effort. Look at the effort from Ben Harvey down low as the crowd erupts. And now a shot right on, and O'Neill will have that go off his stick into the far corner, as Connecticut's going to ice it here. Wow, on the power play, and that's just the job that Team Brick Alberta is doing on the PK.
Well, and we mentioned the top 4 PK in the tournament, as this one comes out, an opportunity for Harvey one-on-one, but that's a good stick lift, and then they just knock it away. Good call by the officials. And how about Landon DuPont? 3rd shot from the short side here. He's just pounding away at the net. He's got 3 or 4 of the shots, and the perfect PK when you get the other team to ice the puck. That's I think that's in the coach's handbook.
Absolutely. And so now the Rangers will have 20 seconds remaining. And you talked about it yesterday, Dean, about how if you're not able to generate a lot on your power play, that will swing the momentum.
And there is an atmosphere here too, right, for Team Brick.
We'll see if the Rangers can at least generate one chance here as Romano at the left point lets the Clapper goal, goes out wide and bounces off the back wall right to Scally. Scally plays that back down low for Kaczynski. Kaczynski will center, and that goes right to Lynch. Lynch was able to get that backhander out as Dillon now. Good stick on puck there, knocking away from Scally. Now he takes Scally into the wall, no call. As Dillon still with it, 2 minutes is approaching as Team Brick Alberta with a slight edge in shots at 7-6, but they trail 2-1 on the score clock.
That was a strong penalty kill.
We'll see if they're able to build off it here. Now Halat, nice outlet there as he curled onto that pass. Tried to feed Cole through the slot, and it was picked off there by number 9. That was Rocco Pelosi, who's got an assist on the go-ahead marker from Ethan King. And now Halat doing everything that he can to make something happen, as he will cycle that down low, but nobody there for Team Brick. And now Koch, head up, moves it to Kaczynski. Kaczynski will slide that ahead for Pelosi. Pelosi, nice job to just chip that one in so that Connecticut's D can get off. And now it will be DuPont turning that one over, and King will give chase against Cole. Cole doesn't see him, but he's able to get it outside the line was McIntyre, as they will jostle for that puck just outside the Team Brick line. And now DuPont skates his way to center, and look at that high wrister in off the back glass from center, as that'll do the job. And now he will race off for a change.
He was punting.
Boy, you got a lot of hang time there, as the Rangers will manage to clear the zone back out center, as now we hit the last minute. And Pellegrino fighting with it with his own teammate there. That was Carkidi. And Carkidi will now watch Romano turn away from pressure as he escapes. Now we'll sauce that through the middle to Carter, who will transition it back the other way. Kazak had two goals yesterday for Team Brick. One was a shorty, as he gets that puck in. And once again, both teams kind of playing the dump and chase game, but not really generating anything off the forecheck.
Yeah, we saw a lot of early pressure back and forth. Now it seems they're settling into this game a little bit, and maybe the nerves have calmed down.
So Pellegrino's long shot in will just go off the right pad of Oaten with 10 seconds left here in this opening period, as time will tick down and Team Brick's just looking for one more chance as Cole slides that by Koch. Cole is protecting it as Koch stripped him, and with 2 seconds left, that should do it, as Connecticut will clear, and the Rangers will have a 2-1 lead going into the first intermission. And again, we talked about the 3 15-minute periods here in the championship game. The other adjustment is that both teams will go off for a flood after the first, after the second, and then obviously further on into the hockey game if needed. So.
Yeah, and that is when it becomes a strategy session between these two teams. They can go in, have a little bit more opportunity, not so much to talk to the kids, but talk amongst the coaching staff about what they are going to want to do and what they need to do. And listen, there's not a lot of coaching, I don't think, that has to happen in that game. Maybe Bricksters have to cover the front of the net a little bit more, but let's check in with Tyler Yaremchuk, who's on the Connecticut bench.
Hey guys, here with Junior Rangers assistant coach Daryl Jones. Your thoughts on that first and the energy in the building?
Well, the energy in the building's incredible. I mean, we're rows deep. I mean, for the kids, this is the big stage, and the energy and atmosphere is incredible.
Going down 1-0, then the offense kicks in. You jump out 2-1. Does that speak to, one, your team's ability to seemingly score at will in this tournament, and two, their resilience?
Yeah, you know, we've done a great job getting pucks. The kids have really bought in. When we get pressure on their D down low, we chance to do, and that's kind of what happened.
Up 2-1, what's the message to the boys in the room?
I think continue to play their game, get pucks deep, hammer their defensemen. A bit of a short bench, so if we can get their defensemen tired, we're going to get a lot of opportunity.
Thanks, Daryl.
Yep, thanks.
Guys, back over to you.
Great job, Tyler. That's outstanding. Boy, it's unreal. Feels like he's Pierre Maguire in between the benches right now.
This tournament is so awesome. You know, the amount of work that goes into it, the fans, the production value, it's spectacular.
Well, we'll take a break as the Rangers have a 2-1 lead heading into the first intermission. The shots after 1, 7-5 Team Brick Alberta. Dean will have your full goal scoring summary to start the second period of play. welcome you back to the Mayfield Toyota Ice Palace here for period number 2 of the championship game between the Connecticut Jr Rangers and Team Brick Alberta. And Dean, a good first period from both teams, but we see the Rangers down 1-0, scored 2 almost in a matter of 2 or 3 shifts, and now they have a 1-goal lead starting the second period.
Yeah, 2 goals in 48 seconds or a minute and 48 seconds for CJR. And I think that we saw some nervousness early on, and I think we're really going to see the skill and the team play and the team concept and game plans click in now here in the second and third periods.
Well, it would be fun to watch if both these teams open it up here, and we'll see if that's going to ring true. As you heard the assistant coach from the Connecticut Jr Rangers talking with Tyler Yaremchuk right after the first period, saying that they want to continue to put pressure on the Brick defense and they want to keep getting pucks deep, and we'll see if they're able to do that and make their push their lead to a 2-goal lead as they transition at their own line. It will be Pelosi. Pelosi will play that off the back wall. Again, he had an assist on the go-ahead marker from number 97, Ethan King, as that one was knocked down by a Connecticut stick. Now it's played up the near wall where Rose had to back out, and now once again play that back in. Bouchard, as we're a minute into the second period. Nothing to report yet as Harvey had that one go off his skate. It's kept in by Pelosi. Pelosi tried to play that back behind Dupont. Dupont quickly gives it up for Harvey. 2-on-1 for Team Brick as Connecticut hustles back. Harvey had a good defensive play there by number 24, Bennett Rose, breaking up that 2-on-1 opportunity. And now it will be Romano just shoveling that one ahead for Pelosi. Pelosi with it. Will lose the handle, and Dina, great defensive play there by number 24, Bennett Rose, to break up that attack for Team Brick.
Yeah, using his body, and we'll get another look at that one for sure, because that was a potential tying goal for Team Brick for sure. Read the play perfectly, got his body in front to take away the pass.
So now the Rangers look to build off that as opening up, or actually pivoting towards the back of the Brick net was number 8, Pellegrino, and now he turns it over as it will be Rose. Stopping up is Cole. Rose is going to have to adjust his gap there, as now he will look to pressure Halat. Halat backhands it up for Pisani. Pisani's got a look. Now he'll move it D to D for Sexsmith. The shot goes off the back wall and wide. Halat now along with McIntyre, and he almost was able to catch O'Neill cheating off the goalpost there, and that almost made it 2-2. Now Pisani, the high shot goes off the glove of Kaczynski, who batted it down, and now it will be Koch. Koch up ahead for Jackson. 2-on-1 for the Rangers now. Jackson over for Pellegrino. Good pickup there, but the backhand try goes off the side of the goal. Now they center, and Odin's down as they try and wrap it around, and quickly Pisani cut off Pellegrino's lane to the net, and it will be chipped ahead once again. Scally for Connecticut as they go back and forth here. Haven't had a whistle yet, and we're almost 3 minutes into the period. Pellegrino with room, the shot right on. Odin didn't know if he had it for sure, but he manages to hang on to that one as we are 2 minutes and 50 seconds into this second period.
Well, the Connecticut Junior Rangers can't hold the puck in as we go back to this 2-on-1 opportunity where it was a spectacular play right there, going down, getting the body in fronted by Bennett, and now we see the Rangers go on the attack now as Pellegrino cuts to the slot, has a man going to the net, but Leif Oden, a perfect position to make that save.
And Connecticut will control the offensive zone draw now as Romano will play that off the wall. And they will converge on it below the Team Brick goal line, but Dupont will center that one through again on his backhand as that long shot will skip into number 1, Luke O'Neill, who will have no trouble with that. And since Team Brick scored that first goal, not saying that O'Neill hasn't been tested, but he's been comfortable back there.
Yeah, he's been done everything. He's done everything he's needed to do, and that one skipped on him actually. That wasn't as simple as I first thought. Listen, any goaltender will tell you a skipping puck is the worst.
And now McIntyre gets tripped up, and the crowd reacted there. There's the shot. Oh, and we thought that one squeaked in as our editor also, she's laughing at us, but that one looked like it was going to find the back of the net through screen, and Romano, Dean, is going to go off for tripping.
Yeah, off the draw, an opportunity for McIntyre, and Romano You know what? Sometimes there's good penalties to take. We'll find out on this kill, but it was a point-blank opportunity off the draw. It doesn't go in, obviously, so now you have 2 minutes, and you hope your teammates pick you up as Romano watches from the box.
So Team Brick will control the draw on the power play. Dean, what's the power play clicking at for Team Brick Alberta so far?
We have for Team Brick third in the tournament at 30.8%.
So it's almost the complete opposite of the Rangers, as that point shot from Pizzani is snagged by the glove of O'Neill, who had to be sharp there.
This is just great awareness by the goaltender. Watches the puck all the way. Obviously, Pizzani's going to have room because they're on the power play. He can walk into the top of the circles, and O'Neill snags that easily. And he's been a big part of why Connecticut had the #1 penalty kill unit in the tournament. 100%. Last time I looked, that was pretty much perfect.
I won't argue with those numbers. That's number 16 for the Rangers. That is Anthony Carchidi getting that into the Brick zone, but it was knocked down by high sticks, so the faceoff will stay inside the Team Brick zone.
And listen, it's a cliche, but it's true. If you don't have a good goalie, you're probably not going to have a good penalty kill, because he has to be so important. And Luke O'Neill, a 2.91 goals against average, but helping Connecticut to the best PK unit up against a really strong 30% power play of Team Brick. So, like we said, offense versus defense. Brick #1 in defense, Connecticut #1 in offense. Another good matchup here.
And Connecticut will
good PK.
Do their best on the PK here, as Team Brick did a great job on their first penalty kill in the opening period.
D to D on the PK there.
And now Connecticut is working it around, as McIntyre will get stripped there by the back checker. That was James Jackson. Jackson has the first goal of the afternoon for the Rangers. And then Ethan King followed it up with his first of the afternoon to put the Rangers ahead by a score of 2-1. And now that puck bounces by Dillon. Here is McGregor now racing for that puck. He bumps Dupont. As Dupont had to be quick there, and he rimmed it around. And once again, the Rangers not allowing Team Brick to get out of their own end here on the Peeper Dean.
No wonder they have the best PK in the tournament. They forced another face-off deep in the Brick zone. And just, you know, from seeing them yesterday and here again today, it's their aggressiveness. That's why they're 100% in this tournament, because they suffocate the opponent. And this is a really good Brick team that they're suffocating, that had a power play at almost 31%. So no wonder they're tops, as they just pressure all the time in the offensive zone.
And that perfect record on the PK is on the line here in the championship game against Team Brick, who will now skate it over the Connecticut blue line. Harvey let the wrister go. It goes off shin pad, and will just pop out to the near side of the net, where Koch will look to have some daylight. He tried to clear, but it goes off Cole. And Cole will continue to battle in there. Now leaves it for Harvey. Harvey almost got by his man. There's a shot, and it got deflected and just missed the target. As now Bouchard at the point. He will spread it out, go east-west to Colt Carter. Carter's shot knocked down Michael. Bounces backdoor, and Brick had two players sitting wide open. It was Harvey and Halat. And usually Halat is money on those, but it hopped over a stick. Now they center. Harvey's shot right on, and Luke O'Neill didn't know where it was. And now Team Brick Alberta generating late in that power play, Dean.
Yeah, the penalty is now officially over. Those couple of chances came when the player was back on the ice, but Bouchard goes D to D. The high shot deflects, and there it was, right past Harvey. And Team Brick would regroup. They would throw it back in front of the net. And good awareness by O'Neill here as he pokes the puck that was to be centered to Harvey, and pokes it out of harm's way, and then is able to cover it up momentarily.
I believe we got Tyler Remchuk somewhere in West Edmonton Mall. Tyler, where are you?
Hey guys, way up here on the second level with the head coach of Team Minnesota, Billy Hengen. Billy, seeing the crowd here, not just today, but all week long, and everything that goes into the Brick tournament, just how much fun was it for you and for the kids especially?
There's no other tournament like the Brick. You're never going to get this many people in a cool rink, a unique facility like this, cheering on 10-year-olds, and the best 10-year-olds in North America. For us, it was a real special event. Our parents were crying yesterday at the team banquet because they didn't want to go home. And it was a lot of memories and magic for a group of families that were excited to come up here.
You've played against Team Brick. You're watching this game right here. What have your thoughts been on the final thus far? And what are the differences between these two squads?
Connecticut's got great shooters. they shoot the puck the best of any team in the tournament, and they're very offensive. Team Alberta obviously has home crowd advantage, so right now the crowd's been neutralized. But if Alberta gets a big goal here to tie it up, I think the momentum will quickly shift to Alberta. So I think it's the type of game that looks like, in my opinion, will go to overtime.
Thanks, Billy.
All right, sounds good.
Back down to you guys.
Appreciate it, Tyler. Doing an unbelievable job in the crowd here, and can't believe I was actually able to find somebody that was willing to talk in amongst the crowd. I mean, it's almost 3 or 4 rows deep there, Dean.
It's awesome. He's like E.T. in the stuffed animals there.
Just explains, exactly what Mike Engen said from Minnesota about how special this tournament is, and if the parents are almost crying, Dean, I mean, just imagine the kids. And they lost a heartbreaker in overtime to the Bulldogs yesterday in the quarters when they had a 3-1 lead and ended up losing 4-3. So that must have been devastating, but you always have to learn how to lose before you can learn how to win, and it just builds character for these kids as we have hit the 8-minute mark of the second period. Shots 8-7, Team Brick Alberta holding the slight edge, but Connecticut's holding the slight edge on the score clock as they lead 2-1. As Romano will keep it in at the right point. Nice job to play that off the wall. Now King trying to elude a couple sticks from Team Brick Alberta as Connecticut had some trouble keeping that in with Scally, but St. Louis ends up tumbling down, and assistant coach Sandro Pisani wanted a penalty call there, but nothing doing, as now it will be Pisani playing that right on O'Neill. It will slowly trickle into him, and he will just leave it there for Scally. Scally looking to go across ice. He does. Hits the back of the skate from Pelosi, but he will headman it to King. King down the right side. He will protect it. Down low, now slides to Pelosi, who takes the bad angle shot. And that one was stopped there by Oaten, who had to be alert as that was Connecticut coming close. Now Harvey a shot. That was blocked by Romano, and like Dean said, sprawled out with the stick and made sure that one didn't get to the net. As now it will be Pelosi back the other way. Will skate his way in gingerly, and now we'll just fire that one down deep as Connecticut changes up all 5 men as we've hit the 6:35 mark. Dillon now has that go off his stick and up into the air. The Rangers will try and turn and fire. That was Rose as they try and feed that one through the middle of the ice. Dillon trying to get there against Pellegrino. Pellegrino for Jackson. Jackson battling in against Cole. Cole and Dillon there, along with McIntyre, as we got about a 5-car pile up here right in front of our camera crew. And now it will be Kaczynski. Kaczynski will hustle in, try and force Bouchard into a turnover. Nothing doing, as now McIntyre will come back the other way. Dillon had to stay on side. He looks like he's grimacing a bit to the midsection there, Dean, and we'll have to see if he's all right, as maybe he just got winded there from that 5-car pileup. We're not sure.
Holding his hip a little bit.
As that high shot from who else? DuPont off the back glass. Son of Mickey DuPont. And now McGregor will try and curl it up through the middle of the ice, as he will look to sauce that one through to James Jackson. Team Brick Alberta had their sticks in the air there. They knocked it down, and now Bouchard starts the transition, goes D to D to Pisani. Pisani off the wall for Harvey. It was out of his reach, and once again the Rangers just will play that back out to center as Team Brick Alberta looking to gain some pressure here and get some pucks on net, as they do there. That one easily stopped though by O'Neill. And now Connecticut back the other way. It's Matson. Matson through the middle of the ice will get tied up there by Lynch, and heads up at the bench.
Too many men.
And Team Brick Alberta wanted a too many men on the ice call, but I don't think they're going to call it, as Team Brick cleared it right into the Connecticut bench. But Dean, not too many chances to report. I mean, they've been minimal. And here you're going to see a good defensive play by the Connecticut Jr Rangers defenseman.
Yeah, we just saw it there. That was a terrific poke check from Romano to thwart that. This has turned into a chess match. This is, we saw 12 shots in the first period. We've seen 5, and we have 5 minutes left in this second period. So they settled in. They figured it out. The coaches have watched the first period. Now it's a chess match, and whoever blinks first, the other team will likely be the victor here.
We'll see if it's right here. McIntyre tried to toe drag his way around Romano. Now they centered it, and it comes back out to Dupont. Another clapper from the angle, and it was a good shot right on O'Neill, but O'Neill there once again, and Dupont had that go under his glove. King racing for a breakaway here. Oden didn't come out. The flip shot right on, and Oden got a piece of it with the shoulder. As Dean, you being a former goalie, would you have liked to see Oden be more aggressive and come out and play that puck?
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised as we have a Team Brick player down here in front of us, but here is King on the rebound, and every goalie has to make a decision at some point, challenge or not. Oden doesn't, and he's able to use his mind to make the save off the cage there, and that's important as Cole is being Cole is being helped to the bench, Nathan Cole. So hopefully he is definitely okay. But every goalie has to make a decision at some point. Do I stay? Do I go? We saw yesterday the Dominic Hasek play in one of the games, and that was a situation where, you know, listen, if it was me, I would have been out there clearing the puck right away. But Oden maybe saw something, maybe didn't feel right, and in the end he made the right decision because he made the save.
And Team Brick quickly played one in on O'Neill. He'll cover up, and
the worst thing you want to do, Adam, is I'm not going to go. Oh, now I'm going to go. Like, that's the worst. It's going at the right time. So if you decide you're not going to go, don't change it. Just stay in the net. Don't. I'm going to go. No, I'm not going to go. Now I'm going to go, because then you've lost valuable time and seconds. You get caught in no man's land, and King goes around him for a goal. So he made the right decision and he stuck with it, and that was the important thing. And he made the save.
Well, no different for being half in, half out. A D-man, if you're going to pitch,
if you're pitching, exactly,
you better go. You can't be
no indecision, right?
Hesitating. Exactly. So Oten was able to recover and make that big stop on King, who is looking for his second of the afternoon. He's currently got the game winner. Now Karkidi had a chance in the slot, but Team Brick Alberta will clear. Will it have enough steam for icing? Yes. So that was Harvey trying to race down that loose puck with 3:51 now remaining here in this middle frame.
And that is a spectacular look. Look at all the different teams members: Detroit, Chicago, Pennsylvania. Those kids, you know, I don't know if there are pen pals anymore. It's more like text pals. Like, you know, you're not writing a lot of letters like I did in my generation. But those kids will be texting each other for years. Remember this time? Remember this thing? Awesome. The memories that are made.
If any of you are trying to guess how how old Dean is, he's about 70.
Yeah,
as they used to write letters back.
I actually would like
back in the 50s.
Use the telegraph to send messages to my buddies.
I'm just joking.
I was roaming the West in the 1880s.
Dean's done a day over 30, so we'll go with that. It's always good to go under.
I just do a lot of research, right?
So we have another penalty coming, and it will be to the Connecticut Jr Rangers, as Team Brick Alberta is going to get their second power play of the afternoon.
And we mentioned Connecticut with the perfect penalty kill so far in this tournament, so they're put to the test here again, and an opportunity for Brick to get the momentum back in this game.
And they're looking for the one-timer. We call that the Pittsburgh face-off play, as the D-man are almost staggered and they play their offsides, and that was what Dupont was looking for there from Pisani.
And then they switch.
Now McIntyre will have his pass go straight to a Ranger. Dupont will stick handle his way by two Rangers. Now he will stick handle his way in, still with it. Nice play right on O'Neill. Nice job to challenge at the top of the blue paint and makes the blocker save. And Connecticut's able to clear.
He used Harvey as the screen. Dupont got to the shooting area where it would be the perfect screen opportunity and let it go. Such a smart kid.
And just a nice job to keep that puck on his forehand, not dust it off. And that's the new skill that a lot of skilled coaches are teaching these kids. You don't have time to dust it off.
Don't hesitate.
Yeah, you just got to keep that on your forehand and make sure you rip it. And with 2:35 remaining in the period, a minute left in the Brick power play, they might have a 2-on-1 try. Halat with McIntyre. McIntyre skated in front of him, which will take away the 2-on-1 chance. And Connecticut now blows the tire behind the net. They wrap it around, and O'Neill doesn't know where it is. I believe it's under the pad. No, the stripes can see it, as it's loose now. And Pisani will have some time at the left point. He will slide it to Halat. Halat had some trouble with it. Now Pisani trying to hold that puck in against Scally as they look for the backdoor man, but it's caught and held by O'Neill, who is getting tested on this power play for Team Brick.
Turnover behind the net, the wrap around by Harvey, but O'Neill stuffs the post and they're digging for it, and the puck comes loose. And every Brick opportunity on this power play, aside from the opening DuPont shot, where the one-timer has come on the rush. 2-on-1, the chance off the boards. We'll see if Team Brick in the final 33 seconds can set it up and work the power play. That's why Connecticut is so strong, is they don't let teams set up.
Now will be a shot from the point right into the glove again of O'Neill, and that was off of Landon DuPont once again, who's got to be up to what, 5-6 shots on the game?
Easily.
Plus a couple punts over top of the net.
That's right. And you know what? When you do set up in the Connecticut Jr Rangers zone like the Bricksters did here, the goaltender, Luke O'Neill, is there to make that save.
And now we're going to have a penalty on Team Brick Alberta.
Oh, it's cold.
We're going to have to wait to hear that one. That one, it might be.
Was that after the whistle, maybe?
I believe so, yeah. It might have been slashing on the goaltender, but we'll have to wait and see.
4-on-4 now. So interesting, 4-on-4 for 23 seconds.
And then Connecticut will go to its second power play, and with 1:57 left on the game clock, Connecticut, if they do not score, once they get the man advantage, they will have 3 seconds carried over into the third. So McGregor will try and battle for that 50-50 puck off the draw, and here comes Dillon. Dillon with DuPont. DuPont jumping up. Dillon's tripped, and no call there, as McIntyre now will have that puck go off his skate into O'Neill. DuPont once again a clapper well high over the net as he's stepping into everything out here. Now it will be the Rangers back the other way. It's Madsen. Madsen comes in 1-on-2. That shot blocked by DuPont. Now McIntyre pushed from behind. And now Connecticut, too many men on the ice. And wow, the Ranger bench
is turning into a massive special teams battle here.
Wasn't sure what happened, but the linesman was all over it, and you can hear the crowd react. And so now we're going to return back to 4-on-4 action as Connecticut's second power play has quickly disappeared.
And the first power play, or the first penalty, the second penalty that we talked about, you're right, it was a slash. That goal was off for, so this is going to be really interesting. Connecticut has now, we're going to have a minute. We've got 29 seconds here of 4-on-4. And then we will have a power play. Listen, I love 4-on-4. I love 3-on-3, so I'm not going to complain about more ice for the skill of these kids.
Absolutely, yeah, no, it just opens the ice right up. And with 1.5 minutes left to go here in the second for Team Brick, you're going to be pushing to equalize this game here before you head to the room. And for Connecticut, you're hoping that you can get an insurance marker, or at worst, continue to hold this lead, as it will be Pisani, D for DuPont. Those two have been logging a ton of ice on the back end, whether it's on the power play, 4-on-4, or even strength at 5-on-5. And now Harvey had that knocked off his stick by Scally. Here is Pelosi. Pelosi is out there with McGregor, Koch, and Scally for the Rangers. And Koch is trying to get away from a couple sticks. He will just softly play that back for the defenseman Scally, but Scally iced it. And Dean maybe not, Scally maybe not totally aware that it's 4-on-4, and now we're going to have a face-off coming back into the Ranger end.
Yeah, this has been fairly confusing with a bunch of penalties, and sometimes you get caught up in the moment. And with 47.9 seconds to go in this second period, a face-off comes down to O'Neill's right. We could have a dynamite finish here in the second.
Look at O'Neill's angle right now, sitting off the draw. I mean, he was overplaying the post heavy, a quick shot. You never know, but I'm not a goalie guy, so I'm not gonna start to comment. As Jackson will work his way in, as he tried to stick it on his way by DuPont. DuPont broke it up, and now it will be St. Louis. St. Louis out there with Seamus Dillon. He still has it. St. Louis tried to go backdoor, and his stick was lifted. What a defensive play, absolutely. And now Jackson will let that one go. Oden had some trouble with it as it came off his stick, but luckily for him, no Rangers in sight. 15 seconds now left. Dillon looking for one more chance. That one broken up 1-on-1. Now Pellegrino will look to turn it as Connecticut looks for the last chance. 5 seconds now remaining. Pellegrino will let the lob shot go right in on Oden, and if I were Oden there, I would have played that puck with 2.8 left. Now it's going to give the Rangers a full change, and fresh bodies out there for one last chance.
Yeah, cutting a little bit of slack because the scoreboard is behind him, so maybe he's not able to watch it as in some arenas, so maybe he's not aware of the play time. If I was the Stripes, I would have just let the time run out. But a face-off is a face-off, and this could be an important one for Connecticut. They wouldn't have liked letting the time run out.
So it's going to be tied up off the draw. They look for the quick chance. Rose over to Romano, but not enough time. And so that will put an end to the second period of play. Connecticut leading Team Brick Alberta 2-1. Shots on goal may get adjusted, but as of right now, they are even at 10 apiece. And Team Brick Alberta will have 4 seconds remaining in their penalty, and then they will have an abbreviated 29 seconds to work with to start the third, but no goals to report in that period.
Yeah, and we talked about earlier in yesterday's game about starting a period with a power play and your hands aren't as warmed up and you're just not ready to go. So we'll see how that will impact. Thankfully, they'll have a little bit of time, and we are ready to go and head over to the Team Brick bench with Tyler Yaremchuk.
Mike Fiorello, assistant coach for Team Brick. What kind of adjustments do you want to see from your team in the last period here to make the comeback?
I think it just comes down to heart and will. When you get down to this, there's two good teams that are going at it, and it's just really going to come down to who wants it more here in the third period.
Are you at all a little bit surprised that it's kind of low scoring considering how well these two sides have scored throughout the tournament?
Not really. The two teams are very similar. They back-check really hard. They're really hard on pucks, so I was expecting a low-scoring game, and I knew it was going to come down to probably a one-goal game. So 15 minutes left, and we'll see what happens when at the end of it.
Thanks, Mike.
No problem.
Back over to you guys.
Thanks, Tyler. Great job as always. So, Dean.
Shots have been adjusted now. They were 10-10 at the period, and they tacked some on. 16-11 in favor of Team Brick, so they outshoot the Connecticut Jr Rangers 9-6 in that second period.
And so I guess, like Mike Ferrillo just mentioned, what would you say Team Brick has to do here going into that final period?
Not a lot, really. They're only down 1 goal. They haven't looked terribly out of their comfort zone. Like both of these teams yesterday in their semifinals against Toronto Pro Hockey and Toronto Bulldogs, who, by the way, is it strange to not have a Toronto team in this final? But both of the Connecticut Jr Rangers and Team Brick Alberta, they put their opponent in an uncomfortable situation, and they didn't get out of their comfort zone themselves. And I don't think Team Brick has done that here. Connecticut is in control, but I don't think Team Brick is, the coaching staff are going in there saying, what's going on out there? Like they're competitive, they're out shooting them. They're going to have an opportunity to kill this off, then get back to 5-on-5. So I don't think there's a ton that they really have to do.
Well, very well said. I don't think there's any panic from either side either.
If you were a coach, would you make a whole bunch of adjustments for Team Brick?
No, not at all. It's really just one shot, one goal, and you're back into a tied game, right? So
no panic.
No panic at all from either side. Both look comfortable. Team Brick's done it before. They've come back earlier in the tournament in these one-goal games, so we'll see if they're able to do that once again here in front of the hometown crowd as Connecticut continues to lead after 2 periods of play by a score of 2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome back out to the ice the Connecticut Jr Rangers.
Well, Dean, we return here for the third period of play, and I don't want to say it's going to be the final period of play because anything can happen here in the third period with Connecticut leading by 1 and Team Brick Alberta being in this spot throughout the tournament where they've been trailing and they found a way to come back and either push it to overtime or win the game outright. So I guess from Connecticut's side, we talked about Team Brick at the end of the second period on what their mentality has to be. For Connecticut, what are they looking at?
Well, they just have to keep the pressure on. We didn't see them sit back at all yesterday in their victory when they were up by 3 goals, and you certainly don't want to sit back on just a 1-goal lead. So I think we'll still feel a lot of pressure.
And so we'll see if some of the Team Brick players can score. They do! Harvey on the backdoor feed from Dylan, and that's the way to start the third period as she's all knotted up at 2:14 seconds in.
Well, what a start as Team Brick just getting on the power play. They break in 3 wide. Dylan sends it over to Harvey, who was wide open. And the Connecticut Jr Rangers do something we haven't seen them all tournament. Make a big defensive zone mistake as they forget about Ben Harvey at the side of the net. And the puck goes right between Koch's skates and to Harvey. So Koch did have an opportunity, but could not bat that puck away, and Minnesota, their coach predicted overtime, and here we are tied at 2.
Well, we always like throwing predictions out there, and she's all tied at 2 as Team Brick Alberta has tied it up on the power play and on their first shot of the third period. As we got a brand new ball game here, and the puck got stuck up on the dash of the board, so Dean will have your goal summary coming right up as we listen in.
So DuPont will get the second assist, and Seamus Dillon gets the first assist as that one goes just past the skate of Koch for the Connecticut Jr Rangers. And the benefit is for Team Brick, and that's a power play goal, and that ends the streak for the Connecticut Jr Rangers on the PK.
Well, and they only needed an abbreviated 29 seconds to do it. So it is 2-2. The barn has found its life again here as Team Brick Alberta has got them rocking. And it's 2-2, and now they might have another chance as Harvey was trying to sneak behind the knee. Now he's going to find that loose puck as he races in against Koch. Koch will end up being the man going down, and now Team Brick Alberta is going to take a tripping call. And can Connecticut answer right back and regain the lead?
Well, and this is opportunity knocking for the Connecticut Jr Rangers, and that's a tough one for Harvey, the goal scorer, to take, particularly that it was inside the offensive zone, and those, for whatever reason, always seem to be a little bit harder to kill off. So we'll see the Rangers, who go on their third power play, and their power play, remember, was not a strength, just 5.9% during the round robin, 13th in the tournament. Team Brick on the penalty kill in the round robin, 88.2%, 4th in the tournament.
Well, we'll see what happens. Brick has been dangerous shorthanded, and McIntyre does a good job of putting pressure on Rose, and he will now dump it 200 feet back into the Ranger ice as the Rangers will skate it through the middle. It is Romano. Romano tried to headman it for Pellegrino. Pellegrino is going to stay in after. Pisani tries to just pin it against the boards as they are sending Carter in there on the PK overload, and that is ganging the puck with 3 players trying to force Connecticut to have 4, and there's a shot right on, and Oaten made the save as he hugged the post. Now it stays below the goal line, and once again they will pin it against the boards. They run that overload. Cole is the weak side forward that will collapse down as he keeps his head on a swivel, making sure Romano isn't going to sneak in. As Connecticut, Dean, possession over possession, they got to send a 4th body there to dig that puck out and get set up again.
Well, you had everybody from Connecticut down below the goal line in that situation, and that's what Team Brick wants because, you know, you're not scoring a lot of goals from behind the goal line. Very rarely does that happen. So you suck all of their guys down by pinning it up, and you take away 52 seconds on that power play. Just a minute 8 to kill left for Team Brick.
And clearly that Sandro Pisani talked to that D pair before they went out, and that was a game plan of just to pin it against the boards, kill the clock, and get bodies on the puck. And now a shot right on O'Neill, and that one lobbed into him, but He made sure he didn't take any chances, gloved it down, and will hang on with 12:54 now remaining.
Yeah, and you get a look at how DuPont can really control a game. This is shorthanded, uses his player as a bit of a shield, and then fires it in and gets a face-off and kills valuable seconds. So he's pretty good offensively, and obviously has a high hockey IQ, it seems.
53 seconds remaining in the Team Brick penalty. Who would you give the edge to right now, Dean, in terms of who could be the game changer? Would it be Team Brick Alberta or would it be Connecticut?
Well, I think it's Brick Alberta right now because they're on a high from tying this game up, and they've been pretty successful here on this PK. So momentum right now, even though Connecticut is on the power play, I'd say is in Team Brick's favor. You know, they have obviously the home support behind them. The majority of the fans here are cheering for Team Brick Alberta. They have momentum from scoring that goal. They've had a strong penalty kill. So as of this very second, I say the momentum has swung Team Brick's way, and they have the advantage right now.
Well, we'll see if who's going to be the hero on either side here. As Connecticut has Pelosi, Pellegrino, Jackson that could score. I mean, you could go on, and Brick, obviously with DuPont, McIntyre, Harvey, Kazak. Lots of guys that have gotten in on the action here, and we'll see if the Rangers can generate anything here late in this power play. They have 15 seconds left, and Dylan for Brick will give chase as he was able to force the turnover, and now DuPont off the window, just outside his own line. Romano tries to chip that by. Bouchard now will rim that around the boards. Cole trying to get there against Pelosi. Pelosi trying to just swing in front of him, trying to cut off that clearing attempt. As Brick returns back to 5-on-5. Now McGregor lost the handle, and it will be Ben Harvey. Harvey, 1-on-3, will play that right in. O'Neill had trouble with it, and Harvey was going hard to the net.
Wow.
If O'Neill let that one squirt out, it's 3-2 Brick.
That was so close to becoming extremely dangerous as Harvey breaks over the line, and it's just a soft dump in, and it just catches the tip of O'Neill's stick. He was trying to deflect it into the corner. It came off the tip, and good awareness on him to the deflection on himself. He stopped his own deflection.
Very dangerous there as Connecticut will flip that right into the Team Brick bench. We'll have another stoppage with 11:36 now remaining. Brick out shooting the Rangers 19-12.
Well, and the weakness of the Connecticut Jr Rangers has been in view today. Their power play, 0 for 3, only 5 just below 6% in the tournament. So, you know, if there is one weakness that they've had, it's that power play, and unfortunately, they've had 3 opportunities so far, so it has been a factor.
When both teams have 3 power plays on the afternoon, Brick has been able to score the one timely goal to tie up the game. Connecticut is 0 for 3. McGregor now will come down the left side, working his way in against Carter. Carter will now steal it from the Rangers, and he slid it ahead for St. Louis. St. Louis will play it down deep to the hash marks area for Romano to go back. Romano will play it up for Pellegrino. Pellegrino had to go off his stick right back to Team Brick's DuPont. There's the high punt, as Dean would say, with hang time, as he let that one fly over top of the net. DuPont's just, he could be the guy that scores the game winner for Team Brick Alberta.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Vegas is putting the best odds on him for sure.
As we mentioned that he's probably not only the MVP for Team Brick in this tournament, but he might end up being the MVP for the whole tournament.
He's certainly in the running for sure. 5 goals, 5 assists in round robin play, another goal here in the final. And it was a rocket of a shot as well.
Yes, yeah, that was impressive. As Connecticut, Pelosi will sauce that one back for Scally. Scally up the wall for Kaczynski. He had a step on his man. That was Sexsmith. Sexsmith will pinch him off. And now Halat will get separated there by Pellegrino. Now it's kept in once again by Kaczynski. Kaczynski and Pellegrino are going off for a change. Pelosi will stay out there for the Rangers. As we're down to 10 minutes left here in this third period. I don't want to say the next goal could win it, but it might just do so. As the Rangers, Pelosi, that shot blocked by DuPont. DuPont will once again get some vertical on it. Now it's going to be a race for it. Halat's going after it. And this time O'Neill's going to come out. It goes off of Halat. And O'Neill's got to retreat back into his net as it's just held in by Pisani. That shot goes off the back wall. Halat gets there first. Halat now from his knees will center. It comes back out to Carter. Carter at the right point, plays it back down for Halat. Halat gets upended. Fans wanted to call, no chance. As Scally will send that one through the middle of the ice, goes by everybody, and Pelosi now will be the F1 on the neutral zone forecheck. It goes by him. Harvey quickly transitions the other way. That one goes off a Connecticut stick as Rose had it bounce off his stick. Now O'Neill's going to have to retreat back to the post as Brick, Kazak, low to high, indirect to Pisani. Pisani, D to D to Carter. Carter, the right-hand shot, will let a soft shot go. It's blocked. And Rose now, instead of clearing it, will spin back, and he finds a cross-ice man in Matson. Matson.
That's composure, eh?
Yes, very impressive considering it's a 2-2 hockey game here. As now it is Strug, wearing number 67, cycles that one down for McGregor. McGregor centered it, and it went through the slot area and all the way back down into Ranger territory as Romano will try and turn this one up quickly as Brick went for a change. Now it is Romano. Romano trying to dance through everybody. He does. Romano, the shot right on. There's a save by Oden as he used his head well there. And that's his best stop in the third.
Nailed him right in the mind, coach.
And we'll see if that sends some jitters through him as it will now be Pellegrino. Pellegrino with Scally over the line. Pellegrino on the backhand. That one blocked by Bouchard as he fell. And Pellegrino still with it. Will now give it to Jackson. Jackson had it hop over his stick. There's a big clapper from Koch, and that was blocked fearlessly by St. Louis. Koch now again at the left point. Lets that shot go. It's blocked and knocked down by McIntyre. Puck stays alive for Connecticut as that was St. Louis once again taking a two-hand whack from one of the Rangers, but now Team Brick will be able to transition it in the neutral ice area as they play it off the wall, and Harvey will just soft chip that puck down deep as the Rangers try and change up their forwards, which is not going to allow Koch to have an outlet as he had to turn that one back. Now he goes up the wall for King. King will just frantically play that one back out into the center ice area where Team Brick will play that in on O'Neill as the Rangers look to break it out here with 7:10 now remaining here in this final period. Although when I say final period, that's with an asterisk beside it, as we could have overtime on our hands. But still lots of time left, as now it will be Pelosi. Pelosi's got King jumping up. Carter hustles back. It's a 3-on-3 over the line. Connecticut couldn't get a puck towards the net as Pelosi overskated it. Now here comes Brick back the other way with a 3-on-2. They give it to Harvey, who's the mid-lane drive guy. Harvey, nice little dangle, and he couldn't quite finish it off as he got his stick tied up right at the last second from the back check of the Rangers. Now Romano chased out to the point, and that's going to give Harvey another look. That shot right on, stopped by O'Neill. As the puck comes around the wall, Pisani at the left point will let that shot go. It's knocked down by a Ranger. The Rangers getting a little bit puck focused here. They got to be careful as King will sprawl out and in desperation mode clear that puck back out to center ice where Pisani plays it right in on O'Neill. And look at how far O'Neill is out of his blue paint there, Dean.
Yeah, he's really confident right now. He made an incredible
and
poke check.
Oh no, that's going to be too many men on the ice for Team Brick.
Oh wow.
As you can tell, the whole bench reacted. And they changed their D, but one of the D didn't end up coming off.
Here's the play. Watch the poke check from the goaltender, O'Neill. Incredible instincts by the goaltender to foil that chance, and wow. We're going to get a timeout for the Connecticut Jr Rangers with they trail in the shot clock 22-14, but an opportunity now for them to get a power play with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Man, oh man, you mentioned overtime, and we could get there at some point, but let's check out where Tyler Yaremchuk is right now, roaming the crowd.
Hey guys, there is lots of noise in this crowd, and I'm right over in the epicenter of it, in between all the Brick Alberta moms. I don't even know if you can really hear me because I can't hear myself, but it's a really nervous energy between these parents. Talking to a few of them as well. We should probably get a resolution here because I don't think anyone in this section can handle an overtime. For right now, though, some real tense moments for Brick Alberta. Back to you guys.
He looked like E.T. in the stuffed animals there for sure.
Unbelievable. Thanks, Tyler. And there's the Rangers getting a shot towards the goal. It was blocked as they hope that the timeout's going to spark this power play as they go cross ice. There's a shot right on. Oden stuck out the blocker. And that one coming oh so close for the Rangers. As a lot of teams have been looking for that D-to-D play on the power play and then hitting the half wall man rolling off the boards. And the Rangers almost connected there. As now it will be McGregor. McGregor will stick handle his way in, tries to cut the middle. Not happening against Landon DuPont. As Koch now at the left point. Tries to play that by Lynch. He is able to do so. Now they play it for Matson. Matson's wrist are blocked. Scally drags and shoots. That one deflected on its way through, but didn't make it to the net. Now it will be McGregor. He will pin it against the boards as Bouchard, Lynch, and DuPont are lurking as they're outnumbering Connecticut 3-2. Matson's got to get in there to give help as he's kind of hanging out in the slot. And now it will squirt out, and there is the clear for Team Brick Alberta as Kazak was able to play at the length of the ice with 5 minutes left here, Dean, in the third. 45 left in the power play.
And this has been a pretty good power play up until this moment for Connecticut as far as compared to the rest of their power plays earlier in this game. They've actually had zone time.
And again, the dangerous Harvey and McIntyre pair
Wow,
out there for Team Brick Alberta.
What a play.
And they're doing whatever it takes here. As Team Brick's slogan or motto, I guess, heading into this tournament is row the boat. And if you read some of the signs down there, you'll know exactly what we're talking about as Kaczynski brought it in over the line, but it will be offside with 11 seconds now remaining in the man advantage.
Well, this is, you mentioned overtime and next goal wins, and that's what we're approaching now. You remember what playing street hockey? They ring the bell, they call you in for dinner, and what happens? All right, next goal wins time. It's almost dinner time here. We're under 5 minutes in a tie game. This is almost next goal wins time.
Taking us out for dinner after?
Rob Zitlau is. He gave me the company credit card.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I like to hear, Rob. Well done. Yes, the face-off will come just outside the Team Brick blue line. Everybody's having fun here on Championship Sunday here at the Mayfield Toyota Ice Palace. We got 4:16 remaining shots, 22-15 Team Brick Alberta.
6-4 in this period, so Connecticut starting to come on in that department a little bit.
We're deadlocked at 2 as Team Brick Alberta was able to strike in the first shift of the third period on an abbreviated power play to tie things up. And now it's all about what Dean was talking about, who's going to make that first mistake and who's going to capitalize on it, as Harvey will slide it to McIntyre, and they had Dillon wide open at net front as they almost forgot about him, but luckily for the Rangers, they broke up that play just in time. Now Harvey below the goal line has Dillon going to the net, and he let that shot go. It comes off the back wall. And now it will be Romano. Romano is going to skate this one all the way up the ice, end to end. Romano will try and dangle his way through DuPont, and it slides into the corner. Now he ends up falling, and now he's looking to retreat back out to his point, which will give Bouchard a chance to try and clear, or at least get it up the near side wall, in which he does, but Brick will not be able to clear. As Koch will now back off the line, and Team Brick will play it to the Connecticut Jr Ranger blue line, where Koch will pick it up once again. Has his head up, skating his way through. Good job by St. Louis to get his stick on the puck, break up that play, and now it's going to start McIntyre back the other way. McIntyre will chip that one down. It looked like he had a step, but nothing doing for Team Brick Alberta. We're down to the 3-minute warning here in the CFL. Pardon me, we're at the Brick Tournament. As play will continue here. Matson trips up his guy, and no call there. You got to think the Stripes, he's only going to call it down if it's a scoring opportunity now.
Hudson Bay rules.
They center, and McIntyre had to go under a stick, and then some miscommunication from the D-man and McIntyre. As Strug ends up getting it to Matson. Matson ends up slipping on a banana peel. And now Scally will try and play that back in. It's a delayed offside on the Rangers as we're down to 2.5 minutes left. Here is DuPont. DuPont tries to play it up for Halat. Halat will get it up for Cole. Cole, 1-on-2. Cut the middle. It comes back out to Pisani. His shot goes off of his skate and wide. Now it will be Halat picking it up once again. Halat still with it, brings it up the wall. He gets upended there by Pellegrino. And Scally now trying to twist and turn. As a fortunate bounce there for the Rangers, have them going back the other way, 3-on-2. Here is Pellegrino. He will slide it to Scally. Scally had to go off his stick, and that will break up the rush opportunity as that soft backhand shot goes through the blue paint and out the other side as Rose will try and pump that one back down below the goal line. Pellegrino will see Carter go D to D, and quickly Brick will once again clear just outside their own line. As it will be Pisani trying to move it cross ice to Halad. Halad had that go through his feet. Now he will go off for a change. A minute and a half left here in this third period. Look out as Dylan almost stripped Romano there, who's got to go down and get a stick now, as he's kind of taken out of the play, but a smart play there by the Rangers to go glass it out. Now Pellegrino 1-on-3. He will try and stick out his way to the middle, and that one gets caught up in the feet of DuPont. And Team Brick had a little trouble clearing. It's now out at the left point. Romano. Oh, dangerous little dangle there, right at his own line. Now we lost control, and we have a Team Brick player that goes down, and that is Seamus Dillon. Not sure what happened there.
That's offside.
And now we have an offside call just as the last minute of play gets announced, and again, intense times here at the Ice Palace.
Well, hopefully Seamus dangles Dillon, as the sign in the corner says it will be okay. And one thing we haven't talked about, these two teams have won this tournament before, but not for a long time. Connecticut's one and only tournament win came in 2002, and Team Brick, they've won this tournament 7 times, but not since 2009. So it'll be a celebration long overdue for whichever team does.
Oh
pull it
my,
away.
we have a breakaway here. McIntyre for Lynch. Lynch, game on his stick. Blocker stop by O'Neill as he robs Lynch on the breakaway. Wow. Everybody was holding their breath there. Now a high shot off Oaten's glove and out of play, as the whole building was ready to erupt there, as somehow the Ranger defense gets caught, and Lynch with that unbelievable opportunity, Dean.
Yeah, this is just a terrific save from the goaltender. With the blocker, directs it to the corner, and the rebound bounces past Harvey, and wow, what an opportunity in the final minute. A point-blank breakaway, and Luke O'Neill comes up large.
Well, you said he was confident. That's confidence, as he was not fazed by that breakaway opportunity at all. Scally now spreads it out D to D off the O-zone draw. Lets that high shot go. It goes back in the net now. Connecticut trying to keep that puck down in the Team Brick zone, not allowing them to do another chance here late in this third period to try and win this game. As Harvey backhands that up the wall. It's kept alive by Strug. Strug will slide it to McGregor. McGregor couldn't get it past DuPont. We're down to 5 seconds left. That puck's going to get out. And Dean, I think it's safe to say we are heading to sudden death overtime.
Well, the prediction from the head coach of Team Minnesota comes true, as this has been an absolute chess match today, as we're going to get another look at the breakaway. Evan Lynch pulls away, and he doesn't have a lot of room to make a move, and that's partly why Luke O'Neill can be so confident, because his D-man, Koch, I believe it was trying to track it down. He knew Koch was taking away the deke, at least for one side. He could play the shot, confidently make the blocker save.
So now, when we bring the microscope into play, Team Brick Alberta, Dean, played 2 overtime games throughout the round robin. Connecticut did not play any. So will that play a factor here going into this first overtime period?
Well, I think it has to. Listen, these kids are going to be nervous no matter what, but this is a situation where that past experience is going to come into play for this overtime period. As we should take a look at the format for the overtime. So with the tie, we'll have 1 10-minute sudden victory overtime period. If it's still tied, one player, not the goalkeeper, will be removed from each team to play for 2 minutes. So we'll play 5-on-5, and then we'll go down if needed.
We drop the puck on the 4th period of play here. What a way to finish this hockey game, as we are in overtime. Everybody is going to be sharp here, not just the teams, but our camera crew and us as well, as we're going to see who's going to get the golden goal in overtime. And if you remember, a year or two ago, the Bulldogs and the BC Junior Canucks went to overtime. with the Bulldogs celebrating the victory. And now shot, they score! Connecticut wins it in overtime! And just like that, it looked like it was Pellegrino that sniped that one home, and they win it! And just as we were talking, 27 seconds in, the Connecticut Jr Rangers are going to win their first title since 2002, and the first time an American team has won since that time.
Let's take a look at this goal. You have Koch at the point, and that's who's going to take the initial shot. Slaps it right there. It gets deflected by McGregor, who was the hero yesterday, as he tips it in and puts it away. So Caden McGregor, 2 goals and an assist in the semifinal, and now the game-winning goal. Wasn't among their top 3 scorers during the round robin. Comes up massive here in overtime on the weekend at the Brick. And you know, you look back at classic goals, Mike Bossy's deflection to help win Canada Cup '81, and the Connecticut Jr Rangers get a deflection today.
Well, I apologize. I thought it was Pellegrino at net front. It ended up being McGregor. So, you know, any of the Connecticut fans listening back home, that is my bad. But it was McGregor from Koch. And Koch was the man that let the point shot go. And just a great job by McGregor deflecting that puck. And that is the golden goal for the Connecticut Jr Rangers, who celebrate. And it's heartbreak on the other side for Team Brick Alberta. As like Dean mentioned, when you're playing street hockey and next goal wins, you always want to be the guy that scores that game winner. And for the Rangers, McGregor and their whole team, you can't express how good of a feeling it is to win it in sudden death overtime, let alone 26 seconds in. The shots on goal end up finishing 25-23 for the Rangers. And if I was a betting man, McGregor's got to be considered for first star this afternoon, as we're going to go down to ice level for Tyler Repchuk.
Hey guys, I'm here with Luke O'Neill. Luke, you stopped a breakaway with under a minute to go. What's that feel like?
I mean, it feels amazing. Once you stop it, I mean, it could either go which way. And then once it went into OT, I just put my focus on it. I just tried my hardest.
How good does this feel? What was going through your head when you saw your teammates start to celebrate?
I'm like, oh my God, that went in the net, and it's indescribable. Like, I just can't. It's so amazing.
Luke, go enjoy, go celebrate. But guys, back up to you.
Holy,
I love it. Did that go in?
Yeah,
like, that is so awesome.
Well, he makes that huge breakaway save. Who would have predicted that they'd give up a breakaway, 30 seconds left?
Well, he was confident all game long. The opening goal, he has no chance on. It's a blast from Dupont from the point, with his defenseman just getting out of the way at the last second. And then obviously the Harvey goal is a power play goal. Luke O'Neill, I thought he was excellent today. He stopped 21 of 23 shots that Team Brick fired his way. Excellent goaltending. And you know what, Leaf Oaten, phenomenal on the other side as well. A deflection that wins the game. Listen, deflections are the hardest. That is point number 1 in the goalie union handbook. Deflections are hard to stop and make the first save. He did that all game long. He made the first save on the first 2 goals. The rebounds beat him, and then a deflection. So no hanging his head. He was spectacular as well.
Oh, it was what a game, really. Both these teams came in undefeated, 7-0 with round robin and playoff play, and you can see the traditional handshake now, and you got to think both teams are congratulating each other on a very hard-fought game. And for Ranger fans back home, you got to be thrilled that you see your team win their first championship here at the Brick Tourney since 2002. They are the only team to win a championship from the United States since 2000. So that is a remarkable stat as well. And that just tells you how good the Canadian teams have been, let alone the Toronto teams. As you can see, it's the whole board is covered with Toronto Pro Hockey, Vancouver, Toronto Bulldogs, and Team Brick Alberta, obviously, in the early 2000s. So just remarkable. And We have our 3-star selections coming in, Dean.
The Connecticut Jr Rangers are just the 3rd team, counting themselves before, to win a title at this tournament. Los Angeles, Detroit, and now Connecticut twice.
Guys, I'm here on the ice level with Matthew Kosh, the overtime winner. What went through your head when it went in, buddy?
I can't explain.
What does this mean, winning in this building here and winning this tournament?
It means everything to me.
Matt, go enjoy and celebrate. Guys,
Short and sweet.
short and sweet.
There we go.
Yeah, I love it.
I went with both goalies as 2nd and 3rd stars because I thought they were both remarkable. And when you make the blocker save that he made late, the game tied, the only way you're getting bumped out of 1st star is the guy who scores the game-winning goal.
One. I think Tyler, he was under the
Well, it was
impression
a point shot, yeah. It was a point shot, yeah.
The game winner, but McGregor was the guy that tipped it, so I wasn't the only one that was fooled there.
And when you score the golden goal, you're going to get 1st star. And this kid has had a phenomenal weekend. 2 goals and an assist yesterday to pace CJR to this final, and then another game winner today. And this is a guy who was good during the tournament, but not one of their top 3 scorers, and steps up. And listen, as a coach, you know what you're getting out of your top 3. You get depth scoring, you're going to win a lot of games, and that's why Connecticut is here.
That's exactly what happened, yeah. So we were wondering if it was going to come down to a defensive battle. It did. And when we said defense wins championships, well, it did with O'Neill making that point-blank stop with 30 seconds left. That allowed his team a chance to win it in OT. So
it was the offense winning out in the end as the #1 offense narrowly defeats the #1 defense. And you really, it's just such an incredible matchup between these 2 teams. They were both undefeated during the round robin. They both beat Toronto teams in the semifinal, both by the score of 4-1. And it was so evenly matched, we needed overtime here today to settle it. And just 26 seconds in. And a lot of overtime games do end early. We love those marathon overtime games that we get sometimes, but most of the time overtime ends early, and it does in this situation on a point shot, a deflection, and results in the Connecticut Jr Rangers. They're going to have to declare something at customs when they go home, and that's a championship trophy and gold medals.
Well, the Americans just won the world, the women's World Cup earlier today against the Netherlands, and now the Connecticut Junior Rangers are going to bring home another championship to the United States. So congratulations to them as they're just getting ready to do the trophy presentation. And not really sure how long we should stay on the air, but we definitely know we have to thank some people. And Dean, do you want to rattle off our amazing crew that makes this happen and makes this possible every year here at the Brick?
For sure, our executive producers, Dave Reed and Rob Zitlau. Dave Foley is handling graphics, technical coordinator, and he laughs at my cheesy jokes, so he also has that title. Rob Zitlau was the director. Kyle Matz working graphics. We had Montana Getty and Elliot Knopp on editing duties. The wonderful replays that we had provided by Kevin Kyle and Alex Testowich. Dave Foley, Chad Kruger, Craig Ryan, Troy Swain, and Rob Zitlau brought you the pictures as outstanding cameramen. And joining Adam and I doing play-by-play and color this week, TJ Phillips, Dave Rozak, Tyler Yaremchuk, and Wyatt Ziegler. And of course, big thanks to the Brick for allowing us the opportunity. And just a shameless plug for us. We did a heck of a job bringing this tournament, bringing replays, bringing coaches interviews. This tournament is only going to get bigger and bigger on the ice and in the broadcast department. So great stuff. Thank you to everybody that worked so hard on this tournament this week. And it's getting bigger and better.
It is, yeah. It continues to, take it to the next level, whether it's the actual tournament or behind the scenes. And Dean, again, I think this is what, our fourth championship working together. So, I mean, I can't thank you enough for being my color guy and bailing me out when needed, because my eyes are not so good sometimes. And, we had a lot of fun doing it again. And,
it was awesome.
So I just want to thank you for one more time. And thank everybody involved. So we'll sign off here, but the Connecticut Junior Rangers are your 2019 Brick Tournament champions as they defeat the host team, Team Brick Alberta, by a score of 3-2 in the first overtime period. Again, your hero for the Connecticut Junior Rangers, number 12, Caden McGregor, with the GWG game-winning goal. Thanks for watching from home and listening. We hope to see you back in 2020, right back here at the Mayfield Toyota Ice Palace.